everyone, Vickie here. I'm in girl mode, so you get to see me in girl mode, rare mode, definitely in male mode more often. So I decided that I'm going to start with a bonus question first. Dessert first. Always a good thing. Bonus question is to show us a room in your house or something that means a lot to you. Well, I decided to film my video today in my little office space, my room. I live in a one-bedroom apartment, and being in California, everyone shares space and is in tight quarters. So my one-bedroom apartment, I rent out the bedroom, and I've converted the main room into a studio space. And so this is my one of my partitioned corners with sheets as walls. Yeah. But I'm a musician, I'm a scientist, I'm an artist, I'm a business owner, I love to read. I travel a lot, so you can kind of see a lot of that stuff around me. I have my bookshelves, my business stuff, some of it here, some of my paperwork. I have a fish tank up there. Behind me is kind of hard to see. There's a poster of a pig jumping off a dock into a pond. I got that when I was traveling and living in Germany. My paintbrushes, my sewing machine, the music stuff's all put away right now. But yeah, so this is, I'm a real creative person, so this is my space, my elements. So to the actual topic, do you plan on transitioning? Well, yes and no. I don't know. When I first identified as bigender, it was a huge issue. I completely shut down. I had an identity crisis. I couldn't even leave the apartment. I was having such a hard time of it. And it's all I could think about, transition. I did anything and everything I could to become male. And whenever I was in female mode, I had complete panic attacks. Because my male mode was afraid that if I was in female mode, then it would discredit myself being in male mode. So I've definitely gotten over that. What originally prevented me from transitioning is that I have a lot of allergies and a lot of health problems, and I'm allergic to the suspension that the testosterone is in, and even though that I've now found a way around that since then, which has been a little bit over a year, I have been working hard to reduce my dysphoria and become comfortable with who I am, because I didn't know how long it would be before I would get the opportunity to actually transition. So I did a couple things. I changed my name to RVA, short for Rebecca Victoria Alexander. Rebecca is my birth name, Victoria is my chosen female name, and Alexander is my chosen male name. And I did dialectical behavioral therapy with my gender therapist, which has completely saved my life. It's amazing. It helped me become more at home in my own body, comfortable with being in both of my gender modes, and to experience a full range of emotions in both genders. So I'm eternally grateful to my gender therapist and the DBT program, which I just recently finished. And between those two things, I honestly have become so comfortable with myself that I don't feel much of a need to transition. Right now my issue is that I kind of don't like being seen as a 10-year-old boy when I'm in male mode, and since I am a business leader and a business owner in the community, the whole 10-year-old boy thing doesn't really go that well. So I want to transition so people respect me more as the gender that I've chosen, since I choose to present as male in public most of the time. But if people were to respect me as male, given the body that I'm in, then I honestly wouldn't feel the need to transition. I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm very much comfortable with my body. That's never been much of an issue, except when I had my identity crisis. And since I am comfortable with my body, I don't see any reason to change it. I like everything about it. Maybe I wouldn't mind adding a little bit to it, and I'm hoping that as I become more comfortable with the genderqueer community here in San Diego and the concept of genderqueer, that this will further reduce my need to transition. I do plan on doing something. As time goes on, I'm leaning more and more towards a natural transition instead of with testosterone in a suspension or a gel or whatever. Even though I've found a way to get around that, and even though I'm allergic to it, I found a way to use it. The reason being is that the genderqueer individuals here in San Diego that I do know, that have been doing a natural transition, have been kind of doing a lot better than the ones that are doing it with injections. I think a lot of it's about self-confidence. Gender is so much about self-confidence. The way that you present yourself is how you feel about yourself. And the natural transitioning program is a combination of diet and supplements and bodybuilding. And I'm totally good with the diet and the supplements. It's the bodybuilding that's my issue. I love strength training. I'm just too lazy. But when I find a need and enough motivation to actually want to transition, then I'm sure I'll find the motivation to start doing my strength training and my bodybuilding. Until then, I am very comfortable with where I am, and I'm very excited about the new genderqueer discussion group that just started here in San Diego. Last night was their first meeting, so if any of you are watching this from that group, hi. Nice to see you. Thanks for watching. I'm very excited to, like I said, really am excited to get to know these people and to learn more about gender outside the binary. In San Diego, there are almost no resources for the transgender community outside of the binary. And so this is our first kind of attempt at that I'm aware of in San Diego. And so chances are, even though I'm becoming more and more comfortable with myself and I'm on my way towards transition, and I do plan on some sort of transition, as I get more comfortable with myself and get to know the people in this group, there's a pretty good chance that I won't ever transition. So who knows? I don't know. But that's where I'm at, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.